Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are a parent, then you are answering one question over and over and over again every single day, and that question is, why? Why is the sky blue? Why are my bones inside my body? You know, all sorts of questions every single day, especially when you're trying to put them to bed, am I right? Kids are like sponges and they're so curious about the world that we live in. And I think we as adults could take a cue from the children and retain that curiosity and that desire to know more about the world that we live in. You know, sometimes we just get into the routine of life and we lose some of that. That curiosity, that desire to learn and to know more, that hunger for knowledge is something that's going to benefit all of us in our lives. So today, we're going to be learning some lessons from our founding fathers on knowledge-based leadership. Let's take a look at James Madison. Now, James Madison is one of our founding fathers, instrumental in the formation of our Constitution, and in fact, he drafted the first 10 amendments to our Constitution, earning him the title the Father of the Bill of Rights. And of course, he goes on to become the 4th President of the United States. Here is what James Madison has to say about knowledge-based leadership. He says this: knowledge will forever govern ignorance, and a people who mean to govern themselves must arm themselves with the power that knowledge gives. It's a fantastic statement, and it really describes that key relationship that freedom and liberty have with knowledge. These two things are connected. Your experience of liberty, your experience of freedom in your life is directly connected to your pursuit of knowledge. It reminds me of what Jesus said when he said, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Okay? There is a direct correlation here between your experience in life of freedom and liberty and your pursuit of knowledge and truth. Someone else I'd like to bring into this conversation, although not considered a founding father, he was instrumental in the formation of the United States, and that is the French aristocrat, the Marquis de Lafayette, a patriot, a humanitarian, a lover of the philosophies and ideas about individual liberty, and a cohort with General George Washington fighting his first battle at Brandywine in 1777. The Marquis de Lafayette was a good friend to George Washington. In fact, he named one of his own kids after George Washington. And here is what the Marquis de Lafayette had to say about the pursuit of knowledge. He says this: "I read, I study, I examine, I listen, I think. And out of all of that, I try to form an idea into which I try to put as much common sense as I can." You see, the founders of America were creating a society in which power flows directly from the Almighty God to the people, and then from the people to the government. And in this arrangement, the pursuit of knowledge, the pursuit of truth, becomes key to the experience of liberty. Puts a high premium on our pursuit of knowledge. And you know, there's different kinds of intelligence. There's different kinds of knowledge that people have an aptitude for understanding and for learning. You know, there's academic intelligence. There's just some people who excel. They just have a natural gift to excel in their academic pursuits. There's people who have an emotional intelligence, and they know how to navigate relationships and create peace and harmony in relationships. It's just a kind of a gift that they have. There's people with other kinds of intelligence, creative intelligence, and there's so many others. But when we begin to pursue different kinds of knowledge and research and study, it begins to improve our ability to make quality decisions and to be good leaders, and it will improve our experience of freedom and liberty in our lives. Leaders who seek to improve themselves through knowledge and improve their own performance are going to find themselves leading a team that's doing the exact same thing. You and I are bombarded, especially in the age in which we live, with so much information. More data is coming at us every day than we can maybe really fully absorb. I saw a breakdown where scientists were trying to analyze this constant flow of information in the time in which you and I live, and it comes out to, they were saying it's like as if every person was reading almost 200 newspapers every single day. There's a constant inflow of information and data, and that makes knowledge-based leadership that much more important today. There's a saying that says, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Okay? When you can see and perceive things that everyone else is just sort of oblivious to for whatever reason, it puts you in a position, an authoritative position. It gives you the power to influence what's going on in that situation. When you are pursuing knowledge, what it does is it facilitates quality decision making, because now you're making your decisions armed with research and maybe even from a variety of different disciplines or areas of study. Maybe things that you were researching and looking into that at the time maybe you didn't see there was any correlation between what you were looking at and the problem you were trying to solve or the decision you were about to be making. But as a result of looking into all these different areas and your pursuit of knowledge, suddenly it starts to spark new ideas, right? Sun Tzu was a Chinese general. He said this about knowledge. He said, know your enemy and know yourself, and you can fight 100 battles without defeat. You are going to experience victory. You are going to experience what it feels like to win when you pursue knowledge and truth. When you are pursuing knowledge, it sparks those ideas, like I was saying, and suddenly you're innovating now. It's not like, you're just checking boxes and, hey, this is the process, this is the procedure, bop, 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 like you're some kind of a robot or a bureaucrat or whatever, and you're not actually experiencing progress. You're not actually experiencing success. You're just following the routine. No, pursuing knowledge is going to help move you forward to achieve those goals that you set for yourself. When you begin to ask yourself, or when the team that you're leading is allowed to ask important questions. Like I was saying at the beginning, the kids are always asking that question, and we need to ask it too. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing it this way? Am I experiencing success? Is there a way to measure whether I'm actually moving towards the goal that I've set? Is there a better way of doing things? You see, when you're pursuing knowledge, you are asking that all-important question, why? And revisiting that question over and over is going to help keep things fresh, innovative, bring in new ideas, new data, new information that's going to help you to succeed and to win. I was looking at a piece of information I came across that said that the most successful, the wealthiest companies in the world, every single year are losing almost $32 billion because of a lack of pursuing new information or a lack of sharing knowledge, and what a tremendous waste that is. Let's take a lesson from James Madison and just agree to not waste our time and our money and our efforts and our energies, but to, if we're going to expend that, expend it pursuing knowledge so that we can experience success. I saw this passage in Proverbs chapter 18. It says, an intelligent heart acquires knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. James Madison identifies that important relationship between knowledge and liberty. And his grasp of that concept allowed him to put his fingerprints on something that was going to change the course of the history of the world, the United States of America. Hey, thanks for watching today. Leave some comments below, like or share the video, and don't forget to subscribe.